Greece is set to celebrate August 20th as marking the first day in a tortuous decade that its leaders will regain full control over the country's spending. With the Greek government becoming increasingly confident that the end is in sight, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) chief Angel Gurria has celebrated the country's hard work since its debt crisis broke out. Mr. Gurria, who met Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras in Athens yesterday, urged Greece to continue with reforms after its third international bailout expires in August. He said, "I want to congratulate the entire Greek people for an enormous reform effort. It was a very ambitious reform package, and these reforms are bearing fruit." Getty, Greece remains heavily indebted to the IMF Greek crisis. Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras and OECD chief Angel Gurria, "I want to congratulate the entire Greek people for an enormous reform effort. It was a very ambitious reform package." Angel Gurria, OECD. However, despite the OECD claiming that the Greek economy will grow by 2% this year and possibly by 2.3% next year, Mr. Gurria has also warned that high unemployment and low investment were still among the challenges that Greece must tackle to ensure a return to prosperity. His concern is supported by new data on hardship of Greek NEETs. NEETs is an acronym for not in employment, education or training and comprise of those most hammered by the crisis in Greece, a collection of young and disenfranchised now known as the lost generation, who have suffered most from a crisis they did nothing to cause. Greek NEETs, youths aged between 15 and 24 suffer from indefinitely delayed access to a paralyzed job market, and Greece still has the worst record for youth unemployment in the entire European Union, having peaked at 60% at the height of the crisis in 2014. NEET unemployment has fallen but remains at 40 to 44%. For the older generation, the claim these punitive reforms overseen by International Monetary Fund, Eurogroup, and European Central Bank are now bearing fruit will be little consolidation for Greek taxpayers who, despite the positivity from their leaders, are yet to see any real improvement in life since 2013. The OECD itself reported recently that the average cost of taxes and social security contributions grew for a second year in a row in 2017. Things are getting worse for the ordinary people of Greece, and the average taxation on a salary worker with 2 children amounted to 38.98% in 2017, a rise from 38.65% a year earlier. Greece has now risen to second in the chart of the countries with the greatest tax burden after coming in at fourth in 2016. Greece's 38.98% remains a long way above the OECD average rate of 26.1%. According to the OECD, the average father of 2 brings home only 76.3% of his gross salary, compared with the average rate of 86% in other OECD countries. The road to recovery could extend much further than August 20th, with Greece still owing a massive €248 billion to the Eurozone and IMF. Total public debt amounts to 180% of its gross domestic product.